What's going on, Nerfers and Nerf fans? It's Warhawk. Welcome to Nerf Talk. I'm coming to you from our brand new Nerf room. If you haven't had a chance to check out the video where we kind of take you on a little tour, welcome to the Nerf room. Please go ahead and do that. You know, we got quite the collection going on here, and you know, we like to flex it off a little bit, but anyhow, we got a good video for you today. In this video, what we're going to be doing is taking two base defending blasters and kind of comparing them, and then giving you my personal opinion and telling you which one I would choose. Now, first thing I want to say is, what is a base blaster? Well, we have this game that we do called Target. And the weather's getting nicer, we've kind of moved it outside. And what we do on that game is there's two attackers and one defender. The attackers are trying to hit the target for the win, and defender obviously trying to defend them off. And base blasters are basically blasters that are stationary, not used too much in movement in a battle situation because of either their size or just because of how good they are at defending their base. Now, those two blasters are the Rhino Fire and the Titan CS-50. Alright, so here we have the Titan CS-50 and the Rhino Fire. So let's check out the similarities. Well, first thing is, they are both motorized blasters and they are both fully auto. So meaning that they have a rev trigger, and when you hold down the firing trigger, these blasters both fire automatically. You don't have to keep pressing the firing trigger over and over and over. So being said that they are motorized, they both need batteries, and they both use D batteries. Now there is a slight difference, 6 D batteries for the Rhino and only 4 D batteries for the Titan. Another thing is, they both have a 50 dart maximum firing capacity. So the Rhino Fire has 50 darts, the Titan has 50 darts. There is a difference on how they are used, and we will discuss that. And another similarity is that they both shoot elite darts. So they are compatible with all blasters and all darts that use elite darts. So now that we checked out the similarities, let's check out the differences. So being the older of the two, the Rhino Fire was released in 2014 and is one of the few blasters that actually has the ability to hold more than one drum or magazine. A big difference between the Titan and the Rhino Fire is this tripod. Now, being a base blaster, the blasters don't move a lot, so having a tripod to have the ability to rotate at 360 degrees or tilt it up and down very easily is a big advantage. Another big difference is the Rhino Fire actually has 2 firing barrels, so it fires from each one of its drums. Now, a problem with that is, if one of the drums actually jams, the blaster will not fire. So both drums have to be clear of jams and working properly in order for this blaster to work. Another big difference is the Rhino Fire actually has 3 tack rails on the top of it, whereas the Titan only has the 1. And another really big difference is the actual grip and the rev trigger and firing trigger on this blaster. Now, as you can see, being a fully automatic blaster that is motorized, this blaster only has 1 trigger. So the motors and the actual firing mechanism are all ran off of that 1 trigger there. So, I mean, when I actually first got this blaster and started using it, I didn't really know that's how it had to be done. Pretty much all I did was just push the button down all the way, and I could tell the motors were having a little bit of trouble firing. So you got to actually push the trigger down a little bit, let the motors rev up, push the button down more, and then the darts will fire. Now we got the Rhino Fire covered. Let's look at the Titan. The Titan CS-50. A very big blaster. Now, that is one of the big differences between the Titan and the Rhino Fire, is the size. So that's why we do consider the Titan a base defending blaster, because this blaster is very hard to run around with, very hard to move around corners. So basically we keep it on the base and let it defend. So one of the other differences between the Rhino Fire and the Titan has one drum. Now this is the very first 50 round drum from Nerf. Now, the Stampede ECS was very close to having a 50 round drum, but they actually canceled it. So the Titan claims that it is the first one with a 50 round drum. Another big difference between the Rhino Fire and the Titan is the actually the way you fire this blaster. So it has two buttons to press. So it's got a rev trigger there and a firing trigger on the top. So it's much easier to operate the Titan than it is the Rhino Fire. And the Titan actually only has the one barrel, where the Rhino Fire has two. So now that we looked at the differences, I'll give you my personal opinion and which one I would prefer to defend my base. Alright, so now that we've looked at both the blasters, which one am I going to choose to defend my base? Well, in my opinion, the Titan has the advantage over the Rhino Fire. And the reason for that is sometimes in defending the base in battle, you are going to have to move the blaster. And the Titan is easier to maneuver than it is the Rhino Fire. The Rhino Fire with the tripod and the way the grip is designed is not very easy to move, where the Titan's pretty easy. All you got to do is pick it up by the handle and away you go. And not only that too, but the Titan with the two triggers, with the rev trigger and the firing trigger being separate, makes it a lot easier to operate. So in my opinion, I'm taking the Titan to defend my base over the Rhino Fire. Do you agree or not disagree? Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep on nerfing.